Hello, everyone. The event's just starting. There we go. So this is the Chatteris Store Championship, run by Serenity, and today I am playing Steve Cambridge and Palana Foods. The Steve Cambridge deck should be in the Keyhole extension. It won't let me add two decks, so the Palana deck unfortunately won't be there. But I can bring it up on stream if people want to see the list. Currently just waiting for the round to start. Today we have how many players? 28 players to play in the new meta. We have it's mostly 419 and Arsa because some things never change. But no, I am liking the new meta. Not all three new runners, yep, have been represented, which is cool. Most of the new corps have been represented. I think just the Jinteki one isn't. Anyway, the round's starting, so let's. Okay, so my opponent's on the outfit, which I assume is going to try and tag storm me and use high profile target, which seems to be what most builds of this ID have done historically. But we are also in a brave new world with the new meta, so I'm excited to see something different happen, possibly. That's a easy mulligan. Okay. So this deck is about volume running, leveraging Steve's ability to bring back diversion of funds and emergency shutdown a lot whilst keeping your money up with Penny Shaver, which is a very similar card to Desperado, a card from early on in the game's life. And yeah, the deck plays as a credit denial deck. Whilst also leveraging, well, single accesses mostly, but it does have turning wheel to usually dig through R&D at the end. You'll notice there's a spice included in the deck of one black file. This is because I was worried about facing nothing but sports metal combo, and without the black file, the deck just folds to it. I'm just going to check the timer. I think we. Yeah, we can start the round in about 2 minutes. So I think my plan with this hand is well, depending where ice goes, but juice is wild for credit and cards because it's default mode, and hopefully try and find a boomerang to get an early diversion in. Outfits, intrinsic ID ability, plus the fact that what's the card called? Too big to fail exists, means that headlocking them can be quite difficult as they have a 0 cost card which reads gain 10 credits. So I just need to be aware that they can just spring back to 10 creds and hard hitting me. Yes, alright, we can start. Speaking of, so that's an early hostile for 10 credits. They have left HQ open, so I think players still do the juices, yeah, and then diversion. I don't want to do the class act because that will put me too low to fight a hard hitting. Daily cast. So there is the possibility that they now have Econ War hard hitting, but so early in the game you can't really play around that. Like, if they have it, they have it. Spin Doctor, the new Jackson Howard. Obviously not as good as Jackson, as it's cheaper to trash, shuffles in less cards, and doesn't have click draw, but the card is so good. I'm currently seeing it 3 of in most decks. Oh, it begins. I think here we just start to set up. So this credit. Oh, there's the too big to fail I was mentioning before. So, I think get money off this, and let's check out what this ice is. Ballista. This is a new ice with a modal subroutine, which is, I think, is pretty cool design. I do have the killer to get through it though. Not installed in my hand. But we'll run R&D with the juices. Okay, that makes me slightly nervous that I'm going to get punitived. Is there a way to not just die to 2 punitives? Yes, I bravado HQ. Purely for the money at this point. Okay. So that play was, well, I knew that all that could do was end the run because I have no programs out. They spent 5 to res that. Is it 5? Yep. to stop me getting into HQ so I didn't get Steve's ability, but I was playing around punitive, which they may or may not have. But I always get worried when I steal a 3-pointer so early against a very rich Wayland. I think the play here is just to divert funds and grab one of the Dans back. How much is this costing? 5 to break, and I get 2 back through Bug Altar? Yeah, that's... Oh, yeah, I've got Bad Pub anyway. Get to choose which one of these Juices Wilds come back. Because I don't think anyone really gives anyone a choice when they play Steve. We don't need this Book Halter and gain 3 creds. No, I say we don't need this Book Halter. I can see that biting me when I get when it gets killed from something later on. I am currently feeling fairly in control of this game at the moment. So to take that, I have to take 6 meat damage. Okay. Not sure I can. I think we just let them have that for now. Yeah. Okay, seeing border on top probably means that the next diversion's gonna get fizzled. But we'll get a divert anyway. Drop this and miss bones. Oh. Oh no. I forgot about Neurospike being a card. Did they have them 2 in hand? Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that's I forgot Malapert was a card. I thought that was probably a defensive upgrade. Ah, Neurospike's so good. Yeah, it was seen as being very memey when it got spoiled, but yeah, I just think the card's very strong. This seems fine. Okay. So we want to put border on HQ to stop diversion. I think we want to start setting up the money. with mining license. They are also playing Steve, although the new Steve by Benjamin Giletti. Probably said his name wrong, and I apologise. But I actually switched to the Terminal Directive Steve just because people in the casual rooms all thought I was playing Gabe. Which I don't see it, but I guess. Nah, come in. Yep. Drawing an agenda there wasn't ideal. Let's do that. Against Crim, I'm always... Oh my... That really isn't good. Cool. Well, that's this could be a quick game. I can get another piece of... Okay, well, I could have just lost on turn 1 if they'd ran R&D 4 times. Okay, I think I need to find a second piece of ice for here. And get the longevity serum. Or do this. And hope that HQ doesn't get breached. Well, the good thing to know from my hand being this is that at least my opponent's not stream sniping. Not that I think anyone would, but HQ not being challenged is jeez. It's 12 points there. Okay, let's res this and do that. I think getting Nisei instead of the longevity serum is being greedy on my part, but I think I need to take the chance. They still can't break code gates, which didn't we just end that? Okay, so I need to try and score the off-world office next. Being able to sponge the diversions at the moment is strong, but I'm thinking next turn it's Thimble Rig on HQ, off-world in the remote, hope to draw an econ card. Cry. Bravado. Yep. Okay, I don't think Tithe is very good with Bugalta already on the field. Also needing to end those runs on HQ kind of sucked. But they do only have one card in hand, and probably not a Amina. Boomerang on the Enigma is bad because it means I lose the office, and I kind of need it for money. But again, they have one card. They can click to try and find. No, Resin the Enigma's bad here. Because I wouldn't be able to protect the agenda as well. Swap Thimble Rig with another ice. Nope. And Office keeps me topped up with credits. I think next turn we can just install Advance Credit the Oboe. Yeah, I should possibly have swapped the Thimble Rig with the ice on the remote, thinking about it. But I also don't think that they can steal two Obercarters concurrently. Okay. So if they divert, I just let them in because I still have enough money to score the winning agenda, I believe. Divert me down to 4. Yeah, I only need 3. I believe that's game. Oh, wow, I was so flooded and really don't think I deserved to win that. And did just because they couldn't find a decoder, I believe. But very happy to see someone else playing Steve. Cool, so there's still quite a bit of the round left. We can... Let's see what... how is everyone in chat today? I can even see my own chat. Oh yeah, there we go. Let's watch a game. Hey Ed. How's it going, Ed? I know you just said good, but I slept, honestly. Uh, nice. Oh, does Patrick realise he's over memory? Well, I was gonna say, well, look at Rotom's game as I tested this deck against him quite a bit, but just got in and he scoops. Possibly because he was over memory and had been for too long. I'm not sure. Cool. Well, there's 43 minutes of the round left, and I thought my decks were quite slow in testing. What did you walk into 10 minutes ago, Javi? Okay. So 10 minutes ago, I'm guessing that was. Oh, you have no audio, so you can't hear me speak. But I'm guessing 10 minutes ago was me playing Palana with an incredible agenda flood. To where, yeah, I just had to hope that my opponent didn't find a decoder and rush them out. Like I said, I was probably greedy, scoring the Nisei instead of the longevity serum to clear the flood, but I also know that if I did clear it without any ice, a reliable econ in my hand, it felt like it'd be delaying the inevitable. Whereas if I can push the window before they find the decoder and try and score 7, and it worked somehow. Lot of ending the the run on HQ. Only 2 spawn ball, you cowards. Well, as I told you last night, Javi, people don't like Sponvo. It's not a fun deck to play into. And poor Gordon, like, getting Sponboard out at York and just looking like, what just happened? So as well as the event today, there's shouldn't really call myself Spawn, but anyway. Yeah, as well as the event today, there appears to be another event on JNet. Misa. Oh, ESP. I'm not sure what that is. It looks like a European event, which 2 fairly big events happening is pretty cool. Speaking of the event, let's go back to the Cobra. So yeah, 28 players, mostly Crim, with 11 419s and 5 Steves, which makes me happy. As I said before, every gateway ID other than, what's the Palana one called? Not Palana one. What's the Jinteki one called? In gateway, that one's not being played, unfortunately. But I think Palana's just better at generating that drip credit. 7 Arsa, because Arsa is playing a similar build to that feels like food courts, using Skunkworks and Anoetic Void in your scoring remote, because you can stack them that they pay the 2 clicks or 5 or in the run to Skunkworks, and then if the run's still going on, you can just end it with Void, which is thank you, restoring humanity. But yeah, the Void Skunkworks combo is quite rude. 10-minute wait. Oh, sorry, I forgot. I turned that off. Yeah, I'm not sure why it was set to 10 minutes. We don't do preparation. Yeah, when yeah, I think he'll see play when Palana rotates, but at the moment it's just worse than Palana. No, I got Neurospike comboed in the first game. I was ahead and forgot that Neurospike and Malapert were cards, and just ignored the City Works in the remote. Hattie, you know you have me on like Facebook, right? Hey, I copied that from the Always Be Running, so if it's spelt wrong, blame Serenity. Oh, it's spelt right. Or did I spell something else wrong? Oh, right, yeah. That's not anything. That is Serenity. who's done that. Yeah. Let's see how people, if any results have come in on Cobra. Oh, they haven't been reported yet. So, yeah, so hopefully I've turned the 10 minutes wait off when you follow me to be able to comment. I haven't, up until recently, I was mainly on YouTube, so Twitch, I'm not completely used to how the settings work yet. Cool. So, yes, it's also not 2020 anymore, or in Chatteris. So let's make up words as well. So what card from Gateway has surprised people have how good it is? I think mine was the damage is done. I think mine was Regolith Mining License, which I run 2 of in the Palana deck. I really slept on that in playtesting, and in that Palana deck, it can get you from poor to bananasly rich in a couple of turns. And yeah, it just sits in your scoring remote until you draw an agenda, usually. Spin Doctor, I was hoping wouldn't be as prolific as it was, but that was that was wishful thinking, really, wasn't it? It's Jackson Mark II, as I've mentioned before. So aren't you also playing today with Rotage? Cool. How did your games go? Yeah, well, I know that feeling. Nice. What decks are you playing? If you don't mind sharing. Your target is met. What? I thought your target is to win more games than Swifty. Oh, had to check that you weren't playing Swifty round 1 then. I mean, he might. He beat me last night with some combo thing, reversed accounts, hard hitting news. That was that was fun. Yep. Um. Yeah, I didn't have enough to clear them all by the sound. Unfortunately, and yeah, I didn't expect like dedication ceremony on reversed is cruel. Cool. So there's... How long of this round is left? Okay, so there's still half an hour of this round left. Polyp can deal with it, but I don't run Polyp because I took it out for the black file after Spombo destroyed me several times. Because I can usually deal with upgrade decks, but I just can't win against Sports Combo unless I have black file to stop them winning. Yeah, well, unfortunately, the person I play against a lot really likes Sports Metal. Patrick on Sports. Patrick is on Skunkworks Glacius Sports because I've played against it a few times in testing with Steve, and they're always really close games. It just depends if you can shake the headlock in time. Actually, testing last night, I de-resed an Ansel 3 times. Which is particularly funny because it's his card. And a very good card. Like, it's very annoying to face check. Ansel is Patrick's championship card. It's 6 res 4 strength Byroid Sentry with trash and installed card, trash and installed runner card, install a card from HQ or archives, and then the runner cannot access. Oh no, the runner cannot steal a trash corp cards this run. Also, thank you for the follows, Twisty B, Rotage, Harvey, Tea Cake, Jessica, and Ed. They just all came up in my feed at once. And I hope you enjoyed the stream. Sadly, it's just going to be me chatting for a while because my game ended really fast and I don't really feel comfortable hopping into other people's games and streaming it. Hey Twisty, how's it going? So the keyhole thing can only show one deck, unfortunately, and is currently set to the Steve deck. But I can bring my corp deck on the screen. Cool. So this is the corp deck I'm playing. Which is just yeah, make a super remote score out of it with money. Anoetic Void is very good, but you tend to run out of cards in hand quite fast if you keep ending the run. So it needs, I feel it needs Biovolt and border control still. The the I forgot I'd called it that. The name is just me being silly. But yeah, the corp deck feels quite strong in testing. It feels quite rich in testing. I think one game I res the same tranquilizer than Nancy 3 times and still felt rich. Yeah, the econ feels fine. Mining license, if left unchecked, just gets you so much. Plus, it runs off-world office, which is 7 on score instead of Cyberbox, which I'm still not convinced is correct, but 7 credits is a lot for something that you're probably only going to put 3 credits into to score because of La Costa. The weird cards in it are the 1 copy of Divina, which is there instead of the 3rd engram flush because it can't be turned off with Hunting Grounds, and actually costs 3 for Engolo to break, which is really good for 2 cost code gate. My greatest thing with this ice is stopping the Apocalypse run with it by trashing the Apocalypse out of their hand. And then the other weird thing is Tithe, which I just wanted a 4th Sentry, and it feels okay if they don't install Bulgalta. If they install Bulgalta, they run through it for nothing. I think I played this deck on stream on Tuesday against Have, who got a tiny bit salty over all the runs ending. I don't think he's listening with sound, is he? But yeah, to answer your question about the econ, yeah, some games the econ can feel a bit touch and go as well. Usually, if you don't find mining license for NGOs and are getting siphoned. But I'm happy with it. It's like it feels like a Palana Dex econ always has. Yeah. Subsidiary needing to spend inf on IPO feels weird. Well, not IPO, restructure, but like going from rich to rich. Yeah, well, the name is silly and just yeah. So has anyone been testing out the new format as well? Startup? I should know, I named it. Because I am slightly interested in that, because I always liked block constructed in other card games. But with the Store Championship starting, I don't really want to devote my attention to 2 metas because Store Championships are standard. Thank you for the follow, Mr. Fishman. Welcome to the stream. Currently waiting for the next round to start in just over 20 minutes and filling that time with talking about this deck list mainly. For other Netrunner streams, Vesper, who recently did a 24-hour stream, which was like, I talked to him at the end on stream, and he was still fairly lucid to say that he'd been playing Netrunner non-stop for 24 hours. The the guy's a machine. But yeah, he put together a stream collab of for Gateway not coming out. Basically messaged all the streamers and said, "Are you streaming Netrunner? If so, we will advertise it." So that green and black poster is getting shared around socials for the last week. I think there's another stream later today, which we could raid if it's on when I'm still in this tournament. So it's 4 rounds and top 4 and 28 players. I don't think I'll get into top 4. Not in this field. Okay. That's fair. I am also streaming next Saturday at the other store championship, the Stevenage one, with possibly more funny typos. And probably the same decks. I also stream Among Us most weeks. Against, well, Javi, usually. Being quite sus. Hey Jessica. How's it going? Is the 10 minutes wait still on? No, it should be off now. But I turned it off. I don't know why it's stopping people talking for 10 minutes still. Sorry. I will press buttons in the lunch break and see if I can fix that. Hey Keravim, did I say that right? How's it going? We're currently just waiting for the second round to start in 15 minutes-ish. Because so I went 1-1 in the first game. I was very ahead against the outfit and forgot Neurospike and Malapert with cards and ignored a CityWorks project that I needed to trash most of my hand to steal. And yeah, died to the combo. Game 2, I got incredibly agenda flooded. Like, my hand at one point was 5 agendas and managed to score them out behind an Enigma and Thimble rig because they couldn't find a decoder. Which was well, I'm really not sure that I should have won that game with how flooded I was, but yeah. There's a lot of ending runs on HQ with Nisei tokens. Currently we have my Corp deck list I'm playing up on the screen. My runner deck list should be on the Keyhole add-on. which is the Steve Cambridge list, or Richard Bolton, as I have renamed him. Yeah, I'm surprised at the amount of 419 because everyone seems to be doubling down. Yeah, Crims are probably the best faction at the moment, but everyone seems to be doubling down on virus hate against Conduit, so slightly surprised at 419 because they tend to lean on Turtle. But it's also like the first week of a new meta, so people might just be playing what they're comfortable with. The amount of Asa doesn't surprise me though, because the Skunkworks Void Acer is very reminiscent of Food Courts when I've played against it, of here's a server you're not getting into ever. And HB just have really good cards at the moment. Two very strong money assets. Fake 3-pointers in Vashron, and the 3/2 that gives 3 clicks is so strong. Alright, Ian. Tavi, rather. Have fun, and it was a shame you couldn't make today. And thank you. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna hopefully have some good games on stream, but probably misplay terribly as well. So, anyone have any questions or stuff you want to talk about with Gateway? Because still need to fill 10 minutes. Build 2 quite slow controlly decks. Finish my round in 15 minutes. That's that's typical. So I have been playing a few games with the starter decks, and they're actually really good at teaching the game, and quite well balanced against each other. Although in the 3 games I've played, the runner has won twice, seemingly inevitably. I lost as runner last night because my opponent's agendas just never showed up. And then they rused me through a double Bran server into a 1-point agenda that they were telegraphing as a 3-pointer. So that was a good play by them. Yeah, especially in the with the starter decks, runner does feel very, very favoured. But I think runner always felt favoured in demo and starter games. Like the core 1 starter game was Jinteki versus Kate, and that was as long as the runner doesn't hit a June bug, they win. The most solid 419 counter is, but that's still legal in standard. Like, yeah, I think it was Jinteki because they wanted to show people that advanced things aren't always agendas, and hey, snare exists. Because, you know, learning to play the game, then playing a real game and getting hit by snare wouldn't be fun. In fact, when I did demo days, I used to take the snares out the deck and show people them before the game. I'm like, just be aware this card exists. Also, thank you for the follow, man. I'm just gonna call you Mike because that's your name, and I can never pronounce your screen name. You might have to wait 10 minutes to be able to talk in chat because I can't seem to stop it doing that. But that's okay because in 10 minutes time we'll have round 2. My friend once did a demo game with me, and I think turn 3 Seesaw scorched the runner. It's like, don't do that in a demo game. And not turn 3. Oh, no, it wouldn't have been Sea Scorch because we didn't use Inv. It would have been Posted Bounty Scorch. My favourite thing demoing was, yeah, was slow rolling an ABT because I was hoping the runner would run it so we could go through a run, but they didn't. So I decided to just score it and activate the effect to show them how scoring agendas work and the triggers and stuff. Anyway, I flipped 3 priority requisitions into the bin. Which did not feel like this the strongest play to win the demo game. But also when I used to demo, I would always play co-op and would try and make sure the runner won. Which when teaching is a good thing. Don't make it too obvious, and if like they're actively not trying to win. But yeah, hold back, especially in their first few games, because players are more receptive to games where they feel like they can win. We had someone play a game called Force of Will, and some new players were at I say a tournament, like essentially a game night kit tournament, like come play a 3-round Swiss, get a promo card, and yeah, one of them got attacked for 3,000 damage on turn 2 and never showed up again because yeah, you knew, but stuff like that puts new players off. I always found. So playing the demo decks last night, not demo decks, dual decks last night. The bottom 5 cards on my deck were all breakers. So that was fun. But it's okay because the bottom 7 cards, no, the bottom 4 cards of the corp deck were all agendas, so none of us were really doing anything. Cool, so there's 6 minutes until the next round starts. Let's see if any results have been entered yet. Okay, so we can see MSG won both the games against the hosts. Reality check. MSG, which I think is meant to be MCG, is on Sync and 419. Sync surprises me. I'm guessing Funhouse and Public Trails into Retribution? Maybe Rig Shootery Sync? But like, I haven't seen any sync in testing, so that'll be a fun one to see. Table 7 split with Reality Plus and Sports. Table 8 split with a Corp split. Table 9 split with a Corp split with Swifty and all the Toasters. Rotage, Swifty did win a game, but you're still ahead, I think. Yeah, you did win both. Table 10 was a sweep for Johnny on Palana and 419. Table 11 was a sweep for Rotage on Outfit and Tau Salonga. Table 12 was a split. Oh, runner split to go against the grain. Table 13 was I split against Algebraic on Corp. And table 14, Paulie G and Kikai. Also Corp split with Arthur and Outfit. So yeah, a lot of Corp splits. which is odd, because I found the runner deck to be slightly stronger in testing, but yeah. I wonder if Serenity is doing Apocalypse. When isn't she doing Apocalypse? She saw a picture I had where I had 3 Biovolts in a remote and said the answer was Apocalypse. Yeah, if Corpse... I think... So Corpse definitely is strong now they've got some good win conditions. But I don't know, in testing, things like Conduit or constantly recycling diversions just seem to randomly win against most Corps that aren't comboing you out. Conduit especially just randomly wins. Like, I almost brought Tau today because swapping ice and then making R&D trivial to get through before bringing out Conduit and just seeing most of it over 2 turns is yeah, feels ridiculous at times. Table 1 split as well with Patrick here, Rotom Appliance on Sports and 419, which will be the decks that I tested against a lot. I don't think he's played a runner other than 419 for a long time. Patrick famously winning Euros with Palana and 419 in 2018. back when everyone said Kryn was dead, and this was before Diversion of Funds had been released. But yeah, his deck essentially used Power Tap and Security Nexus, Rogue Trading, and Citadel Sanctuary to just generate lots of money through traces and make ice not really matter. So anyway, I won. Yeah. Is that a reference to the conduit? Cool, so the timer round 1 went, so we'll be hopping into round 2 when the straggler games finish. And knowing my luck with events, when I'm on the same score as Patrick, I'll be paired against him in round 2. Yes, eloquently put, Mike. But yes, this is this field. Oh right. Oh well, that was I said that a while ago, but the 10-minute wait time probably. But yes, this field is quite stacked. It's very shark tanky. Like it's just all incredibly strong players. Rotem, as we said, won Euros in 2018. Chris Ferg won Euros 2020. Oh, I didn't see that Chris Dyer was playing, who won Worlds in 2015. Chat, is that right? I think it was 2015. I could be wrong. 2016. Thank you, Jess. Iker. Heinzel, very strong player. Swifty, fairly strong player, although I'm sure Rotage in chat is going to correct me on that. Rotage, strong as well. Polly G, one of the nicest people I've ever met, and a really good player. His opponent Ben, again, just strong. I think Ben came third at York Regionals, or second maybe. I just know he read Rotage's deck list and put his thumb over the punitive counter strike, and then was surprised when he accessed it from HQ. Which, if Dave is still in the chat, will remember that, hopefully. Your stream's probably lagging, Mike, if you're seeing chat before you're hearing me. Or Jessica preempted the the question. I just saw your comment, Mike, about being allergic to shark bites. How do you think I feel? I have to play against Patrick every week at like casual meetups. She could be. It'd be a cool skill to have. Okay, so I've just been told that round 2 has been paired. See, oh, I am my opponent is against Patrick, so I feel I just missed that. I'm against Chris. Um, that that's cool. I don't think I've ever played against Chris, which will be uh, was it 11? Table 11. So I'm actually kind of looking forward to this. Chris being the, well, as we discussed, the world champion of 2015. I hope that was right now. Also, the brains behind border control, very strong win condition for corpse. Let's close the Cobra screen. Any pretense that I'm not a shark? Well, I'm not a shark. Oh yeah, and missing Patrick to my round 1 opponent is sort of the monkey paw curling up for sure. I'm gonna check Chris hasn't made the game already. No, cool. So Chris is on Asa and 419. So I'm expecting the standard Asa Super Friends Food Courts Void Skunkworks thing. 419 is probably just Reg Crim. Both very strong decks, in my opinion. Thank you for the follow, Rhino, and welcome to the stream. Expect 0 spice from Chris. Yeah, well. Thank you, Jessica. I don't expect to win this game, in all honesty. But we will see. Let's see. See, I kind of like this hand. I think getting boomeranged through the thimble rig is a risk, so I'm tempted to put the Anansi on HQ. Cool. Yeah. Although the Enigma helps. Does the Enigma help? No, I think it's this on HQ. Yeah, the 419 tax on R&D. Okay, so this is just them setting up. So IP block's very good against 419 as they usually run Turtle. I think put this in the remote, show it, and res it. Cover it with this. Gain a credit. I'm really hoping to get a Nisei Mark II early, whilst I still have this rush period. Don't think Divina does anything. They'll be on what's the decoder called? Amina, so it's still just 2 to break. Okay. So we have money, but the board setup's still a little shaky. I think Lacosta cover server 1, advance the Biovault. I don't think I want to advance it when it's only going to have 1 on it. So Lacosta Enigma on server 1. Click for a credit. I'm not sure what was awkward, but probably just so yeah, we'll res the thimble. Now thimble rig's resed, I'm thinking of swapping it with the IP block. Maybe? Yes, obviously we swap it with IP block. Can't just farm counters. So this. So I'm expecting something to get falsified. I'm hoping they'll go for the Spin Doctor, assuming it's an agenda. Divina is a spice include, and it's in there because it costs Ngolo 3 to break. And doesn't get turned off by Hunting Grounds, unlike Engram Flush. But it's not great against Crim because their decoder is 3 strength intrinsically. Nah, they just went for the Lacosta. That's fair. Okay, so we'll res this. Nope. Kind of need money. I think we shuffle these. Stall spin. Let it be exposed. Res spin. I mean, it'd be rude not to play the Void of Control with Chris's face against Chris, right? Surely it'd be more rude to use it against Alex, who is the person not having a good time on the card. Okay, so I'm guessing Bardo into HQ. So yeah, I think we do Resonance. Okay. Yeah, not pay the tax. Place this on archives, advance this, and res it. So we res this to play around it falsified, giving our opponent more money. Because we already showed it, we may as well res it. If Twitch is constantly buffering, try refreshing your browser. It's or lower the quality of the stream, because I stream at super high res. Admittedly, everything seems good on my end, but if people are having trouble, I can lower the bitrate after the break. And yeah, not breaking with yeah, sorry. No money to break entirely with Bugalta. No, he only had 5 credits, that is true. So shuffle these back, install this. Tax. Yeah, Twitch was bad for me watching Sanjay stream yesterday. I think it's just Twitch in buffering sometimes. I don't know. So the greedy play here will be to purge, I think. Don't really want to score this with credits because I am a bit poor. Yeah. I do think I need to slow roll this with Lacosta and kind of keep Divina from getting broken of all ice. Yeah, Patrick always counts the rebate automatically as well, where I tend to do it what you pay up front and then the discount. Okay. Palisade is cool, but I don't feel like I need more ice on there at the moment. Okay. Great. I'm slow rolling the oboe because I'm currently terrified of getting diverted after I scored it with credits going too low. Even though, like, yeah, there's only one diversion in the bin. It feels so overkill, but I guess. We put the void there. Okay. Okay, I was gonna say if that was a diversion, it seems like a snap Biovolt pot, but cool. I had to ask. I guess. I mean, do you put Yeah. Let's make sure I put the thing on the right card. Okay, so again, the reason I'm slow rolling this office is I'm scared of getting wheel digged, because there's quite a lot on turning wheel, and they do have paperclip in the discard pile to get through the IP block. I'm fairly certain that server's mostly impenetrable. I have said that before and eaten the words though. Office, yeah, I'm not overly fussed about money at the moment. I'm more worried about losing to turning wheel. Because I don't want them to get turtle counters. So I'm just going to pay 1 for any expose at the moment. Oh no, they've seen the Divina. That's it's probably a reader. Well, Divina is implemented. I trashed the forecast card, which is odd. Even, rather. Nah, that's fine. Oof. Well, that's... Yeah, it's also odd cost to boot, which feels very rude. I mean, there'll be misplays. I mean, I think we've won, but in fact, yeah, they can't get nothing in any of the centrals, and border control can just stop R&D. Yeah. Yeah, that was tense. The server felt strong, but I don't know, I was just terrified of randomly losing to a big wheel dig. So this looks fine. Yeah, I think we Dan Gamble Dan no Dan Gamble casts. But if it is the Skunkworks Void Arthur I'm expecting it to be, it can just run away with the game. HB gets so rich with both Marlin and Nico. Also, they're probably running Jeeves, which means my Tapworms won't stick around very long. Um. Oh, slot machine. That's such a good piece of ice, designed by Jess. Incredibly taxing for its cost. Cost a 7 cost breaker, 4 to break it as well. Okay. Oh, speaking of that 7 cost breaker, I think this is just attempt to set up. I think we play Andy and drop one of the casts. So Sneak Door can be a nice sneaky surprise. That was terrible. Because no one expects it anymore. I don't think anyone's expected it since Core Set 1 Gabe, but okay, so I'm guessing that's Void, Skunkworks, and well, some kind of agenda. It's not Passport, it's Sneak Door Beta. But now you've mentioned it, it does look very passporty. I think we've run archives. I mean, I'd probably play this into Virus Suite, but yeah. Where are my diversions at? Oh, there's one. Ah, it was a barrier all along. The classic choice. Well, with Steve, choice is an illusion. I don't think I could have cleaned them because if one's void, like, I can't get to it. So I expect all this stuff to get rezzed. Okay, maybe Steve does give a choice this time. The fact that stuff isn't being rezzed sort of surprised me. Let's go to server 3. Oh, yeah. No, my money that I would probably discard it anyway. But I made the classic Jackson blunder. Okay. Oh, get rid of Analytic Void. The thought that 4 is just another Spin Doctor. I know it is the Jeeves. That's what I thought the first one was. Also, like, I did promise you misplays and a Dirty Laundry to Spin Doctor, so there's the misplays you all wanted. So I know this is probably Slot Machine. I think if this is an agenda, I think I just let him score it. To be honest. Oh, yeah. It's fine. Okay. I wouldn't go that far, Chris. Um, no, it's Skunk Works. I really need money. Penny Shaver not showing up this game is a little annoying, but it happens. 3 iced servers means drawing into fully op is just gonna really, really good for him. Oh, but I do have 5 clicks this turn. Well, found the penny shavers. Yeah, light buses. All the volume running we've been doing, they would have been nice to have early, but it happens. I assume this is either Vashron or food that's just being protected by Skunkworks and other stuff. So I want to trash that, so yeah, I think it is Dan or Gamble. Can I get enough to divert? I need 5. So I'm gonna say no. Can do that. Okay, it was the food. Hernando Cortez. I feel that me being overly cute at this stage. There is, Chris, sorry. It's like, oops, all diversions. Can any of those be a thing? I mean, so I think the other emotes are probably... God, there's another one coming as well. Oh no, because I've already picked up something this turn. If one of those empty remotes is an agenda, then yeah. I wanted to... Yeah, I was worried about that, but I don't think I could easily got in through a drafter. Yeah, there's a hard cost to check them. Especially when the breakers aren't already installed. Oh, thank you, Jessica. Yeah, yeah, Acid does that because Skunkworks and Void just... Where are the combos? I mean, you have combos with fully operational. But yeah, the sort of win the game through comboing has all but died because of can't have combos of one card. Tell that to Sports Metal. Cool. Well, that was a really good game. I know I ended up losing, but I felt my deck did the headlock thing like it was supposed to. I misread what was in the remote, which happens against Asa and, well, asset spam in general. And even if I did check, there'd be a 50-50 chance I would have hit the Spin Doctor remote anyway. The biggest misplay was the Dirty Laundry, what I read as Jeeves, and it was Spin Doctor. That was goodbye money. Anyway, so I believe there's about 30 minutes of this round left, and then yeah, I couldn't clear the super remote because I could never get through Void and Skunkworks because I just didn't have enough money because, well, Penny Shaver didn't show up, so my runs were costing me a bit too much. So I was hoping to just keep the diversion pressure on and then eventually go into yeah. So hoping to keep the diversion pressure and shutdown pressure on and go into R&D with Wheel. But yeah, it didn't happen. That deck also runs Biotic, so when they were on 5 points, there's always a chance I could just lose. Even if I did clear out the scoring remote. Thank you to Angelo Angidilo and Anarchart Mushroom for the follows. Welcome to the stream. As I was saying, there's 20 minutes left of this round, then a 30 minutes break, so I might end the stream until the lunch break's over and go and get food myself. So I should be back in about 40 minutes. If people want to come and watch the fully OP. Yeah, and it was seen as being really bad in playtesting because nobody thought to do the spam 4 remotes out with Asa. But let's have a look at the current standings. Cool, so we've so Swifty lost both games. The host Serenity has lost both games. Me and Chris split, as you would have seen on stream. Table 10, a runner split. Oh, there's quite a lot of runner splits this round. This doesn't have a side, so was this an ID? And top table being Sync, which is surprising and spicy. But yeah, I'm gonna be back in about half an hour, 40 minutes. Gonna go take a break, grab some water because my voice sounds like it's going. Grab some food, and I hope to see you all back for the second half of the event. Bye for now, everyone.